Create a real plan, like a real plan to like 10x your goals. Like, so if you've got a goal, like create a real plan how you can like bash that goal like out of the park and exceed it. So if things happen, like if life circumstances come in, like if you don't 10x it or if you don't 5x it or even 2x it, maybe you still hit that goal. Like make a plan to overcome like and overachieve that goal. Allow yourself to fail. This is really big. Allow yourself to fail because you're going to fail at times. But I encourage you to love and respect yourself more than that failure. So that every time that you fail, be okay with failing. It's okay. Like I've failed so many times. It's okay. But love yourself more. Be clear on your legacy more than your failure. So like, oh, this is where I'm down on the ground. This is where I have to get back up and keep going because my legacy, my dream, my goals are so much more important than moping around in my failure. But be okay with failing because it's going to happen. It's actually a prerequisite to success. It is a prerequisite to success, so just know that. Also really important, 90-day goals. 90-day goals and challenges. So we're going to break that yearly goal down into 90 days because here's what happens in 90 days. This is what I do with my students. Like, cool, like I get it. This is what you want to do a year from now. So let's reverse engineer. What do we have to get done in the next 90 days? So there's a time pressure there. It's the scarcity factor once again. If you've got a year to accomplish a goal, it's like, well, you know, I didn't do anything today, but I'm going to tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, well, I didn't do anything today or yesterday. I'm going to do that next week. End of January comes. I didn't do a lot in January, but for sure in February I'm going to come. End of the first quarter comes. You know, it wasn't such a great start to the year, but I'm definitely getting on it now. We're in Q2, like I'm going to get after it. Like, yeah, all on it now. Doesn't happen. Break it down into 90-day goals. Like, this is what I'm going to do in the next 90 days. Therefore, each and every day is absolutely critical that you move the ball forward, that you do work, that you create some type of momentum and some type of building block. Because when we're building, like when we're creating an epic year, when we're creating a result in life and business. So for 2018, you've got this goal. Let's view this goal symbolically like as a house, like metaphorically, like it's a house. So you're going to build a house for 2018, like this is like it's your goal. And this is going to cumulatively happen by all of the work that you do each and every day for the year. So if we can say like every day we may be able to like put 3 bricks on that house or 4 bricks on that house. Like if we're really busting our tails, like we can add 4 bricks to that house. Well, if you don't add any bricks on certain days, your house isn't getting built. Like your goals aren't getting reached. But if you can like steady, like add a brick today, 2 bricks tomorrow, 3 bricks the next day, 4 bricks, boom, boom, like steady but surely, boom, 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 like holy crap, end of 2018, boom, like you did it. Like that's how it happens though. Like reverse this thing into 90 days, create that time pressure. Like, no, I don't have a year to get this done. I've got 90 days to hit this target, this amount of deals, this amount of marketing, etc., etc. I have to build this in 90 days. You hit 90 days, take a little bit of breather, a little bit of rest, you know, take a little, like, assess, and boom, right back on the grind. Like, get back in that grind. Well, that's how it works. 90-day goals. Now, I would encourage you though, before you just go out and say, I'm going to do all this stuff, like make sure you have the right map. Like the right map is really, really important because if you're going to Disney World, like you want to go to Disney World, you got the wife and the kids in the car, you want to go to Disney World, but you got a map to like Nebraska, that's kind of a problem. So I shared with you my map, which is 7 fundamentals. I don't care if you want to go into one of my programs or systems or just something that works, but make sure that you have a map make sure that you have a map that's going to help you get where it is that you want to go. So, talked about this a little bit already, but strategic planning and metrics, like reverse engineer your goals, create achievable quarterly missions, plan it out, plan it, write it down, whiteboard it, whatever you need to do. Get a coach, get a mentor, get a sounding board, like have people around you that you can say, like, this is what I'm going to do. Help them hold you accountable. You have to have accountability. Then you go out, execute and assess. Execute and assess. Be okay with failing. Be okay with the failing. Assessing and learning from executing and assessing over and over and over again. So, some strategic planning specifics, like don't lose sight of the big plan. Like we get lost in the rat race, even just in business, like we get lost and caught up and things change, and like it's really easy to drift. And like, well, I'm doing this thing in business, so it's not really drifting. Like, well, maybe it is because you're not really focused on your goal that you originally created at the beginning of the year, and let's see what's more important to you. So create a little space like every couple of weeks, like create whatever your KPI, like your key performance indicators are to help you reaching that goal. Doesn't have to be really, really in-depth or specific, but have some KPI that's going to help you reach your goals. With our acquisitions department, for example, acquisitions agent sends a simple report each and every week. He sends me how many leads he received, how many appointments he went on, how many contracts he submitted, and how many contracts were accepted. It's really freaking simple, right? And so I know he's got to go on X amount of appointments in order to get X amount of offers in, like to find the right amount of deals and to get X amount of offers accepted. So that's the way it is. Like, what are your criteria? So make sure that you're measuring yourself and staying on track with your goals. Take some more time out, like every quarter, and then like just get away. Like get away at some point in time during the year and just like really just go. Whether this be a mastermind or just time alone to just focus on your life and your business, what you're going to create. So I want to talk a little bit more in depth about what I call 4X factors of success. So we've talked about mindset. You have to have the mindset. You have to have that clarity and commitment, period, or you're done. You have to have the skill sets. So I shared with you my 7 fundamentals. That's what we use in our business. Whatever it is that you want to create in real estate or life, like you have to have those skill sets. So make sure that you have those skill sets. Make sure that you have that map. Goes without saying how incredibly important it is. I will say, in my opinion, in the day and age that we live in, though, that skill sets, which we'll also call that like education information, it is less important in today's day and age than having the right environment and accountability. So really critical, make sure that you plug yourself into an environment that's going to help recharge you, that's going to help you stay on the path of creating results. I use the example of AA. Like if you're struggling with alcohol and you're hanging out in a bar, it's probably not the best probably not the best environment to help you create this result of being, staying off of alcohol, stop drinking alcohol. So that this environment with real estate, this is why I'm a part of masterminds, a member of, and an administrator of. So it's really important to stay in an environment where iron sharpens iron, so to speak, that where you're learning and growing from others and consistently being in this environment, not like once a year, but like consistently. That's why I go to a lot of boot camps, workshops, those types of things. It's because this environment of learning from others, hearing from others, just getting that energy and sharing with others as well helps me and motivates me to share with others. And then accountability. Like, if you don't have someone holding you accountable, like, forget about it. In today's day and age, like, we're dead. It's absolutely critical.